welcome to Awakenings TV. My name's Tamara Pitelen and I'm here today with Vanya Silverten.
Hi.
Thanks for being here, Vanya.
Thanks for having me.
Vanya and I are doing a series called Tea and Biscuits with the Universe, where we talk about things that are of interest or of mystery to us. And Vanya, who is a professional energy healer, intuitive healer and channel, she connects to the source of all that is to try and find some answers for us, and they kind of come down and into her body and out of her mouth. Is that how it works? If you'd like to know a little bit more about how Vanya does this, watch the first episode of Tea and Biscuits, where we talk about cosmetic surgery. At the start of that, she talks a little bit more about how it feels to her to be connected, and when the rest of us, most of the time, operate from a place of disconnection, consciously anyway. Anyway, I'm getting very profound. What we wanted to talk about today was ghosts, because a lot of people believe in ghosts, a lot of people don't believe in ghosts. Sometimes I think there's one in my house, so I thought I would ask Vanya, who's had a fair bit of experience in this area, what are they?
Well, they're making a hit in Hollywood, aren't they?
They
There's
are.
heaps of ghost films and vampire films and everything like that. I've had a few experiences with them. You know, like I don't really tune into much, but when I do, I really experience stuff. Sometimes I've had experiences where they're just spirits that are kind of a little bit trapped in time. They're trapped between dimensions. They haven't quite made it back to the light for whatever reasons. But some things, like if there's been an accident and the person's died very suddenly, the spirit doesn't always recognize that it's died and passed on and is still hanging about living, or still trying to get in contact with people to say, hey, I'm still alive, but really it hasn't moved on. So I've had to work with some of these ones and just help them go back to the light, find their window back again. I had another experience where I was going home in the bus and I started to cry. And I was feeling suicidal and depressed, and my life isn't worth living. I've got these debts to pay off, and there's just no way out of this. And I was starting to go, and I was crying, and then I was really got into it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, hang on a minute, this isn't me. I'm usually a lot more happy with this and not suicidal at all. And then when I went and had a look what was happening, I had picked up a spirit that
On the bus?
On the bus, because the bus went under a suicide bridge.
Ah.
You know these bridges where people jump off to go, so anyway, I went under the bridge, and the little spirit or whatever thought, oh, I found the light, and then went to me, thinking that I was the light, because maybe I was the brightest thing in the area at the time. And I had to send it back up to...
You had to have a little talk to it?
Yeah, and say, you know what, okay, you found, I guess, a gateway, I guess you found something to move on to the light. So I had to go and actually send him back up to the light. And then immediately after it was sent back, I felt normal and happy again.
Okay.
So I've had that experience. I've also had the experience of being in a haunted hotel, which was claimed to be haunted.
Yeah.
And I was like,
sure,
whatever. But that night I had this thing that was like running up and down my body, and like I felt like I was being chased through the different rooms in the hotel and finding myself back in my bed, and then it was running up and down. And so I don't know, maybe it was its profession to be
It knew that the hotel relied on the income from the people who
exactly, that's what its role was.
Time to get to work.
Yeah, that's it. So I was like, well, I got my experience of being in a haunted
hotel.
So, you know, there's been things like that. So they definitely exist. Sometimes they are
the spirits of dead people. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of them are also, you get these like, it's quite fascinating, where past times intersect with present times, and these like little portals of time open up.
Okay.
This doesn't sound too weird. And so you get like past things that have happened that are currently happening in present
energetic
time.
imprints, I've heard of those.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes they're not actual ghosts at all that you're picking up, but you're just picking up another time zone.
Okay.
That
Or something that created such a strong energetic imprint that it's just kind of replaying like a video on loop.
Yeah.
How can you tell which is a real scary ghosty thing and which is a ghost imprinted thing?
Usually the imprint, they're oblivious to what is going on. They're not interacting. They're not scaring. They're not trying to get contact. They're just going.
They're just floating through walls.
Yeah, they're just doing their own thing, not really. So I've actually had to do some house clearings where I actually had to shut down some time portals or whatever you call them to try and stop that.
Did someone find you in the phone book under clearing time portals?
I don't know how they found me, but anyway, they did.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Are they ever, because we're all a bit scared of them, why can some people see them and other people can't?
Because they're vibrating at a higher frequency.
Okay.
So some people just have that ability to tune in to higher frequency zones. It's like we can't see the colour ultraviolet or infrared, but yet it exists.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not part of our sight spectrum.
Right.
And also we can't hear some of the sounds that dogs can hear.
Yeah.
Because it's not part of our sound spectrum. So there are, things that exist that we don't necessarily
outside of our 5 senses.
Yeah. And so some people have more heightened senses to kind of experience it or tap into it.
Mm. And I know that you connect and you disconnect. So when you're connected, this stuff is visible to you or
if I
apparent to you.
choose to tune into it, I mean, unless it presents itself to me, I don't get too bothered because everything exists.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'd be tuning into, I don't know, the plants are starting to talk to you and the angels and the rocks and the crystals and
It's too many things to talk to.
so-and-so's
I'm
auntie
busy.
that part over. I know. I think I want to watch TV. The Kardashians are on.
That's right. Still waiting, dear Auntie Mavis.
So, but some people have more of a connection to this stuff,
which
is part of what we call mediums and things like that, because they have a really strong connection and channel to them.
And it can be very healing as well. If somebody's still grieving a lost one, then having some evidence of their survival or some message after life can actually be very healing. And,
absolutely. I had
beautiful thing.
Absolutely. I had one lady whose husband died. I don't remember the Taj bombings that happened in Mumbai.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Anyway, she watched husband and family die in front of her, and she came for a healing, and her husband came in. The dead husband came in, just appeared. I wasn't expecting him to appear, and he came in. He put his hands in my hand, which I don't usually allow.
That feel.
It was just a little bit weird, but he wanted to hold her hands.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, he wasn't in my body, so I was like, okay, I can
Take
deal with the
hands
wrist
over.
down.
Yeah.
And he said to me to tell her that he would be with her until she found a new husband.
Oh, okay.
So it gave, and she cried because it gave her the freedom to find love again.
Right.
Because otherwise she felt very bound and attached to this
She
marriage.
was disloyal.
Yeah.
If she went and found love again after.
Yeah.
Right.
So he would be with her until she found love. And was almost there helping her to choose the new husband or partner.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful and so freeing for her. So these things happen as part of the healing process.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't get to say their goodbyes.
Yeah.
So
what does someone do then? If you're just knocking about the house by yourself and you've just got that weird
light switch on and off.
light switch on, you've got that weird thing on the, your hair's, and you just feel like, oh man, I'm not
quite
alone.
alone. Yeah.
And then maybe there's a weird knock over there. What do you do?
What do you do?
Blender turns itself on.
I know. I've been here when your blender's turned itself on.
I know, that's right.
I was like, oh, quick turn off.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm not really one to go, we need to protect and we need to cover ourselves in white light and sage and, because I think that breeds more fear.
Okay.
I think the most important thing is just to hold a space of love. And I know it sounds difficult in those moments, but when you hold a space of love, harmony and peace get created. So I would go down that route to begin with. And usually they're kind of after attention. So either see what they're wanting to communicate, so either bring in someone that can talk to it, or it could be just a passing experience.
Right.
So it's okay, let those experiences just pass and be like, oh, that was a mystery, what was that all about? And these things do happen. So unless it's happening frequently, then I would say you need to communicate with it. It's obviously getting in contact for some reason.
Right. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay, well thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Ghost done, yep. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again soon. And if you would like contact details for myself or Vanya, just keep watching to the end of this video. Thank you.